Hey, everybody, welcome to episode number 34 of Smack Talk here at smarkoutmoment.com. I am your host, as always, Tony Mango. With me, as always, Mike Burhan.
I
We are gonna cut a couple things this week because we have a lot of segments here, and we are running on some time constraints, some problems at the beginning of here.
no.
Yep, we're gonna cut Dace and Urban this week. That's what we're gonna cut. We
It's
are
not
cutting
true, Tony. It's not true.
We are cutting the Ask Him and the hot tags. Not a whole lot happening this week. I don't give a shit about China's dog being abducted or whatever. Nobody
It
gives
was
a
rape,
shit.
damn you. China raped that dog. I have proof.
It was Vince. It was him
Yes.
all along, Austin.
It was me, Austin.
um, what we're gonna do for this first segment, though, instead, is we are gonna talk a little bit about the latest episode of the new season of NXT. And before we get into that, when was NXT actually supposed to show up? I thought that they recorded this episode like what 2 weeks ago or something like that, and then they kept waiting and continuing with NXT Redemption, and then they finally end it, but then it's not on WWE.com or something like that. I had to watch it on YouTube, but
Yeah,
not
there's
the
a reason.
WWE YouTube. I had to watch it on some other person's account.
For shame.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, basically, they're apparently trying to look for a TV deal with this. Excuse me. I've got a bit of a sore throat today, people, so you have to bear with me on this.
I was
Um,
working earlier.
the constant, yeah, yeah. You know what he's insinuating? He's insinuating I suck knob. And so what if I do? It's a passion. It's not work.
Gotta make money somehow.
Yes, but it also makes you sound like John Laurinaitis. And
Maybe that's why he got where he was working before WWE in between Japan.
oh, you could tell.
He lives a long time. What were you saying though?
Oh God, casual racism. Um, I don't even know what the hell I'll say. Yeah, basically, with the show, they're looking for a TV deal for it. That's probably the reason why they're trying to keep it off YouTube, but all the other little uh, media channels that they had before. From what I've been told, they are going to use it as an exclusive bit of content for Hulu.
Hmm.
So that's probably why
I
we
hope
haven't
that
seen
people
it.
keep ripping it and putting it on YouTube because I hate Hulu's ads. I mean, I can bitch and complain about YouTube constantly because they have so many errors, but at the very least, ad block gets rid of their ads, and I don't have to wait 5 minutes each, every other 5 minutes because of a Hulu ad.
As soon as you said that, I actually added ad block on myself.
Good choice. Ad block's the best. If I could promote one thing on Firefox, it would be ad block. I love that.
I would
But
also promote a nice little photo I have on my Facebook, people, which says, "I'll beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker."
actually, if
Hell
I
yeah.
could promote anything on Firefox, it would not be ad block because then I wouldn't get any people looking at ads on my stuff. So, well, you know what? Everybody disable ad block when you go on my websites. There you go. um.
Don't disable it when you're watching porn because you're just gonna get loads of
Oh
spam.
yeah. That's they'll kill your computer. Um.
Yeah, obviously, people, common sense, please. If you're gonna jerk off, do it with ad block on.
Right. Do it to outonlimbs.com. The one
What
of the
the
things
hell
I
do you
wanted
post on your site?
one of the things that I wanted to talk about with the NXT. Now you watched the episode, right? Or did you not?
I didn't because we don't get it over here unless we've got Sky. So I die a little inside when not watching it. But explain.
All right. They didn't do a whole lot. It was a 1 hour episode, and the main event was, of course, Tyson Kidd against Michael McGillicuddy, which is, real big superstar matchup, especially because the week afterward is apparently going to be Derek Bateman against Johnny Curtis, who is running like some kind of a greaser gimmick. Still over from NXT from before. I guess he just hasn't given up on that yet. The uh, the matches that they had were mostly let's just show somebody off and have him face a jobber, but I can't tell if the jobbers themselves are supposed to be part of this show or not. They had like Bo Dallas, who is Husky Harris's brother, and he kind of, they did the thing before with NXT where they would show you a quick little recap of who they are and uh, kind of promote themselves as like, oh, I'm going to be a big star and all that kind of stuff that they used to do. Remember that?
And I'm gonna be better than my daddy.
Yeah. So he went over that who his dad is and who his grandfather is and all of the other family members they have and everything, and didn't mention at all Husky Harris, but they ran a Bray Wyatt promo. So
People don't like Bray Wyatt because Bray Wyatt read, Bray Wyatt understand.
Bray Wyatt,
Time is on my side.
Bray Wyatt forgets that he's Husky Harris, who forgets that he's actually Rotunda. But
Bray Wyatt wasn't gonna bury his father alive in his boat, even though his father's still alive, and his brother was on the same show.
the Bo Dallas match, I forget who he faced. I had this all written down before, and I actually lost the file. But the
He faced himself. Duh,
he
duh,
faced
duh.
he faced somebody who clearly was going to lose the match and did. And they had like Damian Sandow come out against somebody named Jason Jordan, I think, but he didn't wrestle the match. It was another one of those. This person doesn't match up to my level of entertainment and all that. They had first off, Bo Dallas. I don't know what to think of him yet. He can't really talk, but he actually has quite a bit of good catchphrases.
He looks like Tommy from Power Rangers.
A little bit, yeah. Not as entertaining.
Go, go, Native Americans. Duh, duh, duh. Okay, that's racist. But
Tatan
yeah, no,
comes out.
as long
The,
as I go running around the room going, hi, 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 hi. Oh, shit.
Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? the
We can see the viewership count are just losing people.
oh, I'm sure we lost him at the Nancy Benoit stuff. Anyway, but the Bo Dallas thing. Now, have you ever watched anything from Bo Dallas from FCW?
Yes.
Was he using a spear as his finisher before?
No.
Good, and he shouldn't ever again because somebody his size shouldn't be using the spear. I mean, he looks small even compared to Edge.
I thought someone like Vader using, I don't know, uh,
Hurricanrana.
yeah, yeah, a Hurricanrana. That I was gonna say the 619, but yeah, that works too.
I tell you what, though, if Vader could do a Hurricanrana, that'd be awesome.
I'm a big fat pig.
Pulls it off better than Rey Mysterio.
Yep.
Um,
Oh, when Kane did one. Oh God.
they didn't run anything with Richie Steamboat, which I was surprised about. I thought that he would kind of be one of the main people, and they didn't even they didn't explain actually who a lot of the people were. They had just the Bo Dallas little segment, the little promo for Bray Wyatt, and one of the only other people that they showcased was Connor O'Brien, who is now working some gimmick with some guy named Cameron, and they're calling
Yeah, they're
themselves
just
the
emos.
Ascension. Yeah, they're like a knockoff Brood.
Oh God, a knockoff brood.
The
That's like not even brood like.
right, it's
That's not even a
really.
gangrel standards, and that guy's doing porn.
And they had another. They ran a little bit for Seth Rollins, but he didn't wrestle
Yay!
the match, and he really came off to be
Mm.
just like they're trying to make him the old CM Punk. The way that he looks and the way that he was talking and moving
There's no
around and
Muay Thai
everything.
kickboxing.
What was that?
There's no Muay Thai kickboxing.
I don't know.
But if he's like CM Punk, then he should know Muay Thai kickboxing. Come on, people.
Right.
Even though Punk himself admitted he doesn't know Muay Thai kickboxing, we can still say that, you know.
But the Seth Rollins stuff, I mean, mostly with this episode, there wasn't really a whole lot going on. One of the things that I thought was interesting was the arena that they have, or well, the venue. I wouldn't call it an
Full
arena.
Sail University, yeah.
Yeah, Full Sail. It's so compact, and it didn't seem like it would be from the pictures that I had seen before. But I think it's really going to hurt them a lot because they don't have the acoustics for anybody to really get a good chant going. It kind of reminds me of the Impact Zone, but in a bad way.
Oh God.
Yeah. But in a way, it's good too because it needs something to differentiate it from Superstars and Raw and SmackDown. And if they just did that before the other shows like they did with Superstars, everything runs
Mm-hmm.
into each other and sounds the same. But at the same time, it's not necessarily the best option that they could do. but it looks good for a kind of like minor leagues, but then again, it looks like a minor leagues thing. So it sort of depends. If you like that charm, you'll probably love it, and if you don't, you'll probably hate that. But I don't know. I mean, they didn't have any divas on, so I don't know if they're going to be having divas. I'm assuming that they will with
Lack of boobage. We
uh,
already don't like.
Buggy Nova, who they apparently signed recently, and Evil is from Tough Enough. A bunch of people like that. I think
And some random like hobo from the street
Raquel Diaz, who's Vicky's daughter or niece or whatever. Um,
who's doing some Lady Gaga-esque gimmick at the moment.
yeah. Can't wait to see that. That's probably gonna be terrible.
Just put on loads of makeup on her and make her sound retarded. There we go, Lady Gaga.
uh, since there wasn't a whole lot really to talk about for the NXT thing, I wanted to just throw that in there. Kind of a little bit longer than I thought it was gonna be, but it's just
Also,
gonna
we
be
got Dusty Rhodes.
yeah. Dusty
He's,
Rhodes is,
he's the new general manager.
and Jim Ross and William
He's
Regal
gonna
are on
do it on his
commentary.
bicycle. On his bicycle.
I hope he does that. That'd be awesome.
Mm.
But I like the
Yep.
commentary team of Regal and Jim Ross. And
Yep. Apparently, Ross is only going to be doing main events from now on for NXT.
oh, really? He's not even gonna
Hmm.
do all of it? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. The majority of it's going to be covered by Regal and Byron Saxton.
Hmm,
Which
that might be okay. I kind of like Saxton. He's okay, but
I'd rather have Jim Ross and his like badass goatee do it.
right, he'll be the heel.
Yeah. Heel Jim Ross. Remember how that worked out with Diesel and Razor?
Well, everybody knows that if you don't wear a goatee and then you suddenly sport a goatee, that you're the evil version of yourself. I mean, come on. South Park rules, community rules.
Damn straight.
But that's about it for the NXT for this week. If there's something interesting going on next week, then maybe we'll throw a little segment in there and talk about it and everything. But let me know what you guys
There's,
think about NXT, and maybe I'll do a little special in midweek or something. I don't know.
there's one thing I wanna say though about this show. Why? Well, what are they going to gain out of this? That's one question I want to ask everybody here. If you have an answer, what are they going to gain out of this in NXT? Are people fighting for a championship? Are they fighting to build the WWE's roster?
I would
What the
like to
fuck's going on?
see them create a championship. And then they
Hmm.
need some kind of a replacement for the FCW Heavyweight Championship if they're not going to have a show. If they are going to have a show, then they can just kind of mix the two up.
Well, apparently this is the show.
Then they need it even more. They need to have just make it the NXT champion, you know?
If it
Because
was
if you're not
me, I
going to
would have
do
I would have done it. Just exactly what you said there. Have the CW championship used as the NXT championship.
right,
Have have a the FTCW 15 championship used as a mid card championship, and just use it as a way to sort of get these guys over.
yeah. Because if you're not going to break it up into segments in like a series kind of format and have somebody win and get a roster spot like they used to do,
Yeah.
then you need to have something. Either even if you have like an NXT championship where it's not a belt, it's just kind of like the Bound for Glory tournament that they do, where you have a little, you build up to
Like,
something and then you become the champion and then you go back and start a whole new tournament. Even if they did something like that, it would be okay. But they
mm.
need something. You're right
Speaking
about
of
that.
that, we'll talk about that in a bit actually, because it's kind of funny how Rude won last year's Band for Glory tournament, and now is actually defending champion this year.
I would say that that would be a good plan, but I don't think that they planned it. I think TNA just lucked into that.
Yeah, it is kind of awesome.
Yeah, that's about it for the NXT talk. Excuse me, everybody. Let me know what you guys thought about the NXT episode in the comments, and we'll try to make this maybe a little bit of a segment weekly or something. I don't know. Maybe not. Depends. So continue with the rest of the show. We will have the tournament in the next part, and then we'll go over the No Way Out pay-per-view.
I will say, before we finish the segment, check out Bray Wyatt. He's a very, very different kind of gimmick, and NXT has not done this guy justice. He is
Neither has
amazing.
neither has the movie Deliverance.
Yes.